Not every 90-day fiancé couple ends up going the distance, but where does that leave the half of the couple that came from another country? Do they have to leave or can they stay in the US? Let's explore the legal ins and outs. When 90-day fiancé couples get married, the foreign spouse exchanges their K-1 fiancé visa for a CR-1 spousal visa. Government officials check on these after 2 years to ensure the couple is married for more than just immigration purposes. If the couple divorces before 2 years, the CR-1 visa becomes invalid and the foreign partner may face deportation. Those who stay married for 2 years or more can then apply for a 10-year IR-1 visa and, if all goes well, become permanent residents. If the couple divorces after that 2-year period, the international spouse will have to go through a process to remove limitations from their CR-1 visa and get an IR-1. Together, the CR-1 and IR-1 are colloquially known as a marriage green card. Fans of the show have speculated that 90-Day Fiancé the Other Way Season 4 star Usama Berber was using Debbie Aguero, an American nearly 50 years his senior, to get a green card.
You're making everything about a visa. I'm making everything about a life.
Many fans also believed Season 1's Mohammed Jabali married Danielle Mullins for a green card. Whether or not Usama and Mohammed were in fact scamming their partners, it's definitely true that neither of these couples is together any longer. What happens to 90-Day Fiancé stars after their marriage ends isn't always clear-cut. A non-citizen spouse can stay in the United States and get a green card following a divorce if their ex-spouse agrees to financially sponsor them, but since divorces are often fraught and don't always end on friendly terms, that isn't guaranteed. In the case of Colt Johnson and Larissa dos Santos Lima, a very memorable couple from Season 6, a divorce lawyer told E! News that Larissa, who was originally from Brazil, could petition for a green card without Colt's sponsorship if she could prove she was a victim of domestic violence under the Violence Against Women Act. Obviously, that's not an ideal circumstance, but abuse allegations have happened with other 90-Day stars. In 2023, Eve Arellano was charged with domestic assault and battery against Mohammed Abdelhamed. Eve's rep denied that she committed any abuse toward Mohammed, according to In Touch. If an international 90-Day Fiancé star is accused of carrying out abuse, they're at risk of deportation. Larissa accused her spouse Colt of domestic abuse, but was also accused of domestic abuse herself after Colt called the police on her multiple times and presented injuries, E! News noted. In these cases where both parties have gotten violent at some point, determining the aggressor is key to moving forward with deportation or other legal action.
Larissa's been here for a year and she's been arrested 3 times.
Immigration attorney Edward Schulman told E! News, if Larissa is deemed to be the one who is the aggressor who gets convicted of domestic violence, she could be placed in deportation proceedings and possibly deported from the United States. Authorities can determine who the aggressor was via evidence in the form of photos, videos, texts, calls, and witnesses. Fortunately for Larissa, her arrest record was wiped clean after 6 months of community service, and she obtained a green card without Colt's financial sponsorship. Deportation is also a possibility for other reasons. Season 5's Luis Mendez, who married Molly Hopkins, faced deportation post-divorce, and some viewers believe it was because he used Molly as a way to immigrate to the United States. Another possible post-divorce option is a U visa. A U visa is issued when someone visiting the US is the victim of a serious crime. If the victim is willing to help police with their investigation, the visa allows them to stay in the US for up to 4 years. In special cases, this 4-year period can be extended. After 3 years of holding a U visa, holders can apply for a green card. Some viewers believe Mohammed Abdelhamed made up domestic violence allegations against his ex-wife Eve so that he could work with police to obtain a U visa. According to a rep for Deminton Talent House who spoke with Entertainment Tonight on Eve's behalf, Mohammed created these false accusations so that just in case Eve wasn't going to stick around, he would have a backup plan, which was the U visa. Most people on 90-Day Fiancé who moved to the United States initially use the K-1 visa, which does not allow them to work until they receive their green card. 90-Day Fiancé Season 2 alum Yamir Castillo, who was a musician and talked on the show about his aspirations to live in Chicago to advance his music career, has possibly been able to stay in the United States on his visa. Castillo stayed married to Chelsea Masick for 2 years before the couple broke up in 2016, so he may have been able to secure an IR-1 visa. The same goes for Season 4 couple Pedro Jimeno and Chantel Everett, who divorced in 2022. When a marriage is annulled, a common practice among Catholics essentially declaring that it never happened, international partners no longer receive any of the benefits of a marriage visa. But in the event of divorce, there is a possibility that the international spouse can legally stay in the United States. This may have been why Mohammed Jabali convinced Danielle to divorce him rather than annul their marriage. The two divorced in 2017 after 3 years of marriage. Danielle first tried very hard to annul their marriage in 2016. 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After viewers saw Danielle looking to annul the marriage on the grounds of fraud, but her court liaison Linda explained that fraud is hard to prove. There just wasn't enough proof to grant an annulment.
If I go through with the annulment, he's gonna fight it.
Opting for divorce gave Mohammed the opportunity to obtain an IR-1 visa, and though this couple went through plenty of ups and downs in their relationship, these days Danielle and Mohammed have transitioned into a friendship post-divorce. Danielle told Us Weekly in 2021, "I think that we're better off as friends. We're very supportive of each other." If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website.